An accidental thumb swipe triggers an auto-playing video for a fraction of a second before moving on. To an advertiser, or the platform's recommendation engine, that fleeting playback carries no weight. For years, YouTube's engineering reflected this. Before August 2026, the platform actively guarded its public view counters against this kind of superficial noise. If you clicked on a standard long-form video, a timer ran in the background. You had to watch for roughly 30 continuous seconds before the front-end counter actually incremented. If you clicked away at second 29, the play was discarded. This diagram maps the measurement gap that developed across the industry. On the left, YouTube's legacy 30-second wall. On the right, competitors like TikTok and Instagram Reels operated on a 0-second threshold, counting a public view the millisecond the first frame rendered on screen. Media planners and brands were comparing YouTube's filtered numbers against the instantaneous tallies of short-form apps. To close that perceived reach gap, YouTube standardized its tracking to match the speed of its competitors. On August 24, 2026, YouTube formally deployed an update that triggers public views on the execution of the very first frame across all formats: long-form, live streams, and shorts. This diagram visualizes the engineering solution YouTube used to manage this shift. They separated the video measurement pipeline into two diverging streams. One path feeds the public-facing display layer beneath the video, while the other routes to a private, secured analytics layer. Within that private database, the old 30-second retention standard remains the primary internal metric. YouTube renamed it Engaged Views and isolated it exclusively inside YouTube Analytics for creators to track true audience retention. This architecture establishes operational boundaries. A stationary cursor over a thumbnail logs 0 views. Scrolling past a video in your feed that starts playing triggers a raw front-end view, but only a click that opens the watch page, or a sustained play beyond that first frame, logs an engaged view. This compromise provides creators with the higher public numbers needed for cross-platform parity, while ensuring that autoplay data doesn't pollute the metrics used for business decisions. This separation is critical because public view counts now operate on a different track than monetization. The actual payouts creators receive through Google AdSense are calculated strictly using retention-gated data, not the first frame public tally. The path to joining the YouTube Partner Program is similarly protected. Creators must hit 8,000 qualified watch hours, a metric that pulls only from engaged views. This means a billion first-frame autoplays do nothing to help a creator meet the platform's entry requirements. The recommendation engine functions under the same logic. It ignores the raw first-frame data to prevent superficial content from going viral simply because it appeared in a few million feeds. The system instead prioritizes signals that prove a viewer actually stayed, such as click-through rates, average view duration, and the engaged view count. A video might see a spike in its public counter from passive feed interactions, but if those viewers drop off immediately, that volume yields no financial gain and fails to trigger algorithmic promotion. This equation demonstrates denominator inflation. When calculating an engagement rate, you divide actions like likes and comments by total views. Because the base view count expands the moment a video starts playing, the final engagement percentage mathematically shrinks. This chart, using data from a CreatorDB study of 1.4 million channels, shows the result. The median engagement rates for long-form videos recorded under the old 30-second standard shifted downward as soon as the first frame logic took effect. The shift impacted different behaviors in different ways. Tapping a like button is a low-friction action that often happens early, so like-to-view ratio stayed stable. But because commenting requires sustained cognitive engagement, comment per view metrics diluted as the view count grew. This mathematical shift creates a barrier for third-party intelligence tools. Because genuine retention data is now behind a creator login, public scrapers can no longer accurately measure how much of an audience is actually watching. Brand advertisers have responded by changing their contracts. Many now require creators to export their private backend analytics to verify performance, as the public view count no longer serves as a reliable proxy for sponsorship value. For creators, this change concentrates the pressure on the opening of every video. Success now depends on aligning thumbnails and titles with a hook that retains a viewer in the first 3 seconds of playback. Using clickbait to generate first-frame views carries a high risk. If a video triggers a wave of views but fails to hold them, the resulting drop-off sends a negative signal to the recommendation engine, effectively killing its reach. The compounding rewards of the algorithm are reserved for content that can convert that initial autoplay into an engaged view. Public metrics now index initial exposure, but the genuine business of video remains rooted in the time a viewer chooses to stay.